3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? Well, at the time of making this video, I've already uploaded the first part of my Battle Park adventure, and the second part will be uploaded soon before this video, but I had a great time there. Just wanted to say thanks for my buddies inviting me out. Here we got my light kit showed up today for this truck, so I'll probably work on that here this evening sometime. Right now I'm actually working on my lawnmower. This goes to my Cub Cadet zero turn. This is what holds your mower deck up when you pull your adjustment cable up. This is what is attached to the deck right here and attached to the bracket up here. So alright, well, I was lucky enough, there's a place over here in Rosewood that has one of these in stock, and it's still under 10 bucks, so can't beat that. I don't have to try to customize that, I just gotta go get it. So anyway, I got to work on that first, and then this is not the light kit that goes to this truck, just because y'all are wondering if I got the exact one for the truck. No, I did not. You know me. I didn't have the 20 bucks, or it was not very expensive to buy the right one, but honestly, I just didn't have that much in my account that day. So I bought the ones I could afford, which were still about 12, 13, 14 bucks, I don't remember. But they have amber, they have red, they have the 5mm and 3mm, which these are usually all 3mm, I believe. I don't care about that because most of the time I drill them into a 5. So I'll still have the 3mm on the sides, front and back, I believe. I will drill my headlight to a 5mm, that's not a big deal, and go from there. If I have I'll have to probably drill this bottom one to a 5 also, which is no big deal. It'll look better. And it's not no kind of on and off switches, none of that. It's just direct power, which is all I want. I don't care about turn signals and brake lights and whatever, you know. It's not that big a deal to me. I had them on my Red Cat, which it was kind of cool, but still not necessary. Alright. I had to take a break. We went and got the part for my mower, so I got that taken care of. So now, we as in me, I went ahead and hung these lights up here. We're getting ready to test them. And there's lights I don't need on this strand. There's more than I need. So we're going to figure out which ones we're going to keep or get rid of or what we're going to do with them. I don't remember, but maybe there's blue ones in here. I don't remember though. But there's 4 leads coming off. And each lead seems to have 2 5mm and a 3mm. We got another lead here, 2 5mm and a 3mm, 2 5s and a 3, 2 5s and a 3. I do not know their colors yet. We're going to find that out. But they are plenty long enough for most any body you got to reach, you know, front to back and all that. So now we're going to have to pull the body off of this and plug them in and find out what colors are what. So we'll make this work. We got our tail light, our amber light, and a reverse light that we're going to turn into our side marker light in the back. We're going to paint it red. We got the headlight, which is not mounted perfect. It will be brighter. But we got headlight. I'm going to do the blue lights on the bottom bumper just for the heck of it, and then amber light in the fender. So really the only thing we don't have is having that amber bulb down here, which if I wanted to put the white one in, I could. So all you gotta do is put the white bulbs in. Since I painted them, I could paint the bulb as well, which I'll probably do. I'll paint the bulb to match, get a more amber out of it. So alright, if you don't have amber bulbs, you make them. So there we go. Now we got 2 amber bulbs in the back. So the white bulb, if you just take the white one here, the clear, and you stick it through the tail light lens, it doesn't come out that great. So I went ahead and took the bulb. I'll show you how we do it. Go like this. That's how we make an amber bulb. let the heat of the bulb, because these do get just a tiny bit warm. I'll let the heat kind of dry it. Oops, and then I'll have to dip it again because I don't went and touched it, but I didn't get the other one as deep as I wanted to when I did it. Oops. Now we're gonna move our truck a little bit because it is gonna drip. Don't really care. So there's those two. Now I'm going to take something. I'm going to go ahead and touch up the lenses just a tiny bit, I think. Give them another coat. Darken them up some. So, alright. We're moving right along with the light setup figured out. We're going to ahead and put an extra coat of amber paint color onto this lens to help, because I'm using one of the white bulbs in the back. So it was like that. We're darkening that up, and also we have painted the bulb itself with amber paint. You know, obviously all we did was dip it into the paint, and when you turn it on, I don't know how it works on camera, but it looks pretty darn yellow. It actually is just as yellow as the one next to it. And yes, I made it myself. It was just like this. So that's why I wasn't concerned about getting an extra set of white on the back instead of the extra yellow, because I had yellow paint. I even got red paint. We decided on the front though, where the blue one is, we're going to put the blue in the bumper. I probably done said that, but now I'm saying it again. We're going to do that. Now, as far as the way the lights mount in the back, because they usually take a 3mm bulb, if you're wondering about this, this is the part that comes with it. It's actually set up to get 2 red bulbs, and then you can do 1 yellow and 1 reverse light white with the way this is. But what we're doing is we just cut and broke out the center section. If I can set these the right way where they look right. They sit like this, but what we did is just broke out the center section. And on the back where you got your bulbs here, get that to focus, I drilled the bottom and the top one where the yellow and the red one's going to the bigger hole for the 5mm. So now we're going to have to use a little hot glue to get them in there. I'm worried about this little bit of crack here showing light through. I don't know what I can do to cover that. I don't have any like putty or put some tape up inside there, something to fill the gap, but I don't care, whatever. I think the lens is going to cover that anyway, so it should light up if it does do anything. Maybe that's there so light comes out of it. Let's find out. Let me go ahead and dab some of this paint. I don't have a paintbrush, as you can tell, so I've just been dabbing some on. Oops, I was putting a screw in the other one so nothing would leak through that hole, but that's okay. So let me set that up so it can dry. So alright, now the good news is the headlight bezel is a 5mm. That looks perfect. I didn't realize it does take a 5mm bulb for the headlight. That's what we got over here. I didn't have to drill that. Now the side marker gets the 3, which is what we got in there. Looks great. It fits perfect. Now you see these like plastic rings that are on here that keeps the wires from touching? I am cutting them off because it makes it to where I can do what I got to do. And I'm going to put, after I'm done and the pieces are mounted back on here, I will put some hot glue to make sure they don't touch each other or break, after I've shaped them out of the way of the tires and all that stuff, because they're going to have to be bent and moved. So the only thing I don't have is a front marker light for right there on these. I forgot that this doesn't allow that many bulbs, basically. One extra one I'll have to tie in later if I want those. Not that it matters. Now, what I was doing here, I have to drill the bumper to take the 5. which was no issue. I took it off the truck. I was going to remove these so I didn't hit them, but there's plenty of room between the back. So right there's, I just got a drill bit that I already had. I do not know the size, but it's pretty much a 5mm is what I'm saying. Fits in there. I have to ream it just a little bit. That's what he said. Oh, anyway. There's the 3. So let me go ahead and drill this side and waller it just a tiny bit. Alright, we drilled them out to the right size. Now, even though they have yet amber paint on them, with the blue bulb, comes out pretty blue. So that's what we're going for in the bumper. We got them, we might as well use them, right? So alright, now we got the front ones mounted, and they turned out pretty dang good. The top ones are bright. Nice and bright, actually. And then, you know, putting the blue in the bumper, it looks kind of cool, actually. You know, that's just what the lights came with. It, you know, it's kind of weird that it gave you those blue lights. They don't flash or do nothing. So I really don't know why they did it. Maybe for that reason. But the amber ones turned out great. So we got all those on. Well, that was actually very easy to run. Changing to the bigger bulb was no issue if you know, if you've dealt with this a little bit before. Oh, excuse me. Again, the headlights is already 5mm. So nothing had to be changed there. And I'm glad that when I built this truck, I went and I painted some silver inside the headlight bezels to make it, you know, more realistic. It's not really chrome, but it's silver. And it makes the lights a lot brighter that way, so that's cool. Now, the bumper lights, like I said, I had to drill that hole bigger, but you can see it goes together just fine. I mean, they're still held in there with the piece. If I take the piece off, the bulb comes out. The 3mm was already on the side, so no change there. Now in the back, I did have to drill both top and bottom hole out to the 5mm. Just a quick update here. But I just had to drill the plastic body out while this all was taken off. Sorry guys, about dropped it. Had these off, just had to drill the holes. The back plastic piece I showed you, I just kind of trimmed it to go around the 5mm, you know, instead of the 3. And this one was the same, didn't have to change nothing there. So now, as you can see, we got it tucked away. I'm hoping, I ain't even tried this on the truck yet. The only way I mount this is just this little Velcro on metal here. And I got one up front here. So, as long as it fits right between here and right there, we're good to go. I want to get magnets eventually, but for now, the Velcro does very well because I'm not going to abuse this truck much. So now, hopefully, when I plug this back in, I have not broke any bulbs. One more thing I want to ask. I don't know who else might be running a Spectrum receiver like this. Man, I don't know if it's just mine or what, but to get these 3 plugs to actually fit in there is almost impossible. This plug here, and it's not just this one, anything I plugged into the number 3 spot, I can't hardly get it to fit through there. It's almost like the plug's bigger than the opening. And I've got it to go a couple times. Well, this time I got tired of messing with it, and I actually took my knife and I trimmed this one down a little bit so that it would plug in easier. And I mean, like I say, it's just super snug, way snugger than it should be. And it's the plastic itself feels like it's not quite enough. So I didn't know if that's something that's pretty common, that tight to get in and out of there, but as soon as I just shaved a little bit off the plug, barely, it pops right in. So let's put it on here and see if they work. Alright, it turned out pretty decent if you ask me. I like the blue ones in the front bumper. It's like, why not, right? And that you can't tell they were painted yellow that much, but when you shut it off, they're yellow lenses. So that's cool. Now my back ones, where I painted them, I scratched a lot of the paint off of them getting them installed. So they're yellow. But they're not really I wouldn't say they're amber so much. These ones down here are actually supposed to be red, but with an amber painted red bulb. They're just more, they look like root beer color brown almost, but hey, they work. They're close enough. It works for me anyway. Let's turn a few lights off. I know my camera sucks when it's dark, but oh well. So alright, I think it turned out pretty good with the blue in the bumper for sure. Well, you can tell that them back ones, they're not amber, they're yellow, son. They're like school bus yellow. Let me show you. Now, I kind of should have left them top yellow ones unplugged and only used them if they were turn signals or something, because I don't know. I think that's how they are. I don't think they run these all the time, do they? I don't remember if it's only when you do turn signals. And yes, they are white down below, but with the light lit up, you can't tell because it's lighting it up, but that's fine with me. When I shut them off, you would know. Now, we painted the amber bulb red down here, so it does kind of give off the red vibe. It's more like a root beer, but hey, it works. So, I'm happy with it. It's lights, you know. It's not perfect, but it's lights. As you reflect big time. Now, it didn't have any, it needed 2 sets of amber in the front in order to do the corner section. So right here, I might get some more later. If I get a set and tie them in, it'd be nice. Touchy. So, that's the lights on the Toyota body. We will be getting my wife's Volkswagen lights installed probably tomorrow or the next day. So I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.